Welcome, gamers, to our ultimate countdown of the top 10 best games of all time. These are the iconic titles that have defined generations, shaped the gaming industry, and captured the hearts of millions around the world. From groundbreaking classics to modern masterpieces, we've scored the history of gaming to bring you the very best. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the gaming scene, get ready to relive some epic moments and discover why these games have earned their legendary status. So grab your controller, sit back, and let's dive into the greatest games ever made. 10. Disco Elysium. Simply put, there's nothing else quite like Disco Elysium. The premise is straightforward. A body has been discovered, hanged from a looming tree in the backyard of a hostel, and it's up to you to work out how it got there over the course of the 30-hour story. It's a unique blend of noir detective fiction, traditional pen-and-paper RPGs, and a large helping of existentialist theory. Its twisting plot, a cast of memorable characters, and sheer depth of choice combine to create an experience that begs to be savored in a world riddled with crime, poverty, and violence. 9. Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 forever changed our expectations for what a first-person shooter could be. Its richly imagined world and wonderfully paced gameplay is a delight, never letting up and brimming with invention. The gravity gun is obviously the poster child of Half-Life 2, turning each environment into a tactile playground in which you can create improvised weapons and solve basic but clever physics puzzles. And its importance can't be overstated, but there's an awful lot more here. We're introduced to Alex Vance, a supporting character with a rare warmth and intelligence. 8. Red Dead Redemption 2. A sprawling western that stands shoulder to shoulder with Grand Theft Auto V as one of gaming's greatest open-world achievements. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game of rare scope and even rarer quality. A beautiful ode to an ugly era, RDR2 combines Rockstar's most authentic and lived-in open world ever with its most earnest storytelling to date, filling in the gaps with an astonishing array of deep systems and nearly endless emergent gameplay opportunities. 7. Super Mario 64. Mario games are synonymous with fun and innovation, and perhaps Mario 64 is the best example of the latter. It gathered the core elements of Mario's best 2D side-scrolling adventures and worked out how to translate them into a groundbreaking 3D world. It was still recognizably Mario. He collected mushrooms and ran and jumped his way to success, but he was forever changed. He could now long jump, triple jump, and backflip. While the underlying challenge remained the same and the locations were reassuringly familiar, the shift in perspective changed everything. 6. Mass Effect 2. Where Mass Effects set the stage for a futuristic Milky Way, Mass Effect 2 let you explore and experience so much more of it. As Commander Shepard, I traveled the galaxy on the best recruitment trip I could have wished for, and experienced possibly one of the most heart-wrenching stories. But whether or not the game ends in tears is entirely up to you. As you head out for a suicide mission, you'll meet some of the best-written characters that feel original and have the power to evoke true emotions. 5. Super Metroid. Super Metroid's minimalistic environmental storytelling set a bar, way back in 1994, that I believe has still yet to be eclipsed. The planet Zebes is atmospheric, oppressive, and extremely lethal. At first glance, there doesn't even appear to be any story, but then you start to look more closely. The parasite-riddled dead soldier outside of an early boss room, the crashed, half-submerged alien spaceship that may or may not be haunted. It's brilliant and confident. 4. The Legend of Zelda. A Link to the Past. From its unforgettable beginnings guiding a swordless Link through the rain, to the final showdown with Ganon, and utilizing mastery of sword and bow to defeat evil, The Legend of Zelda. Link to the Past measured out a perfect pace of dungeons, exploration, and a gripping narrative that was almost unheard of at the time. Its open landscape was always inviting, but never felt aimless, striking the perfect balance of freedom and purpose in your quest to save Princess Zelda. 3. Portal 2. Portal undoubtedly came out of nowhere and shattered the mold, but Portal 2 took that raw and incredible concept and managed to shape it into a more polished and impressive package. It cranked the dials up on just about everything that made the original so special. The mind-bending puzzles, the surprisingly dark story, and the ridiculous humor that balanced it out. Each piece of that picture was refined and refreshed to build a sequel that actually surpassed the ambition of an already extremely ambitious game, making something both familiar and altogether new. 2. Super Mario World. Super Mario World is a relatively simple game to describe. It's a Super Mario game, and we all know what that means. Mushrooms, perfect running and jumping action, and a giant world to explore, crammed with secrets. But what sets Super Mario World apart from other 2D Mario games is its irresistible complexity. Subsequent Super Mario games, like the new Super Mario Bros. Series, simplified the overworld, trading Super Mario World's cool hidden paths for linear tracks, largely abandoned the skies and treetops of Super Mario World's vertical levels for ground-based obstacle courses, and did away with flying almost entirely. Capes rule, helicopter hats drool. 1. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild eschewed the semi-linear, borderline predictable path of the 3D Zelda games before it in favor of a bold, crazy new approach. Let players do what they want, how they want, and in whatever order they decide. By marrying an open-ended approach to quest structure with the ability to freely explore a vast, beautiful, intriguing world with little specific regulation, the 3D Zelda game template was shattered about as fast as the average breakable weapon in Breath of the Wild. And there you have it, our picks for the top 10 best games of all time. We hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, and maybe even discovered some new favorites to try out. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow gamers. Which game is your all-time favorite? Did we miss any of your top picks? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on all things gaming. We've got more exciting content coming your way, from reviews and top lists to gaming news and live streams. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep gaming and stay awesome.